Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Be Creative. My name is Hannah and I'm here again today to teach you an improv game. And actually, we're going to play this improv game together because this is one of those games that you can do that with a video. Can't do that with most, but we can with this one. So, this game is called The Actor's Nightmare. It's called that because there is if you know anybody who's an actor, there is a very good chance that they have had this dream in which they show up for a show and realize that they're supposed to be performing right now, and they don't know their lines, and they don't know their characters, and they don't know where their costume is, and they just have to go out on the stage and make something up. So this game kind of plays around with that idea. The way it works is you'll need two people for this, and this is a great one to play if you have family or friends who don't really like improv, but they maybe like acting or they like reading out loud. So what you do is you find a script or a book with dialogue, something that will give them something to read. You give it to them, and they will choose one character's lines, and they will only read that character's lines, and then leave a pause in between, and you will fill in the blanks. Now, this works best if you don't know how the story is supposed to go, okay? Really give you a chance to improvise, because if you know what's happening in the story, you can make a pretty good guess. But if you have no clue at all and you have to get all your information from the lines that they are saying, you end up with some really interesting challenges, and you really have to figure out what could they possibly be saying in response to me? What can I add into this? I like this game because this is really good at not only being fun and creative and silly and having to react to unexpected things being said to you, but it's a really good way to practice how to do improv with people who maybe haven't done as much of it or aren't very comfortable with it yet and aren't really good at the yes and part of it, not really good at listening to what you're saying and responding to it. Because truth is, the person reading the lines isn't listening to anything you're saying, isn't responding to anything you're saying, because they're stuck reading their lines. I'm going to play the person reading their lines in just a minute, and I'll show you. And so you really have to dig and figure out, how can I make this scene work together, even though it feels like I'm doing all the work. Usually in improv, you need people who can hear and listen to each other. But in this case, I don't actually have to hear you for you to be able to do your improv part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a script. I'm grabbing one from playscripts.com, which is an awesome place to go if you're looking to buy a script or to read a piece of a script. And this one is called Miles and Ellie, and it's by Dan Zolidis. And so I'm going to read a piece of this. I'm not even going to tell you which character you're playing or which character I'm playing, because it might become clear in a little bit. So I'll say a line, and then I'll give you a couple of seconds. I'm not going to give you a lot of time, so think pretty quickly about how can you respond. And if you skip a line, that's okay. See if you can come back in on the next one, okay? So we'll do this for just a little bit, and then we'll wrap things up. I broke a bag of flour. I'm cleaning up. I know that, Dad, but I fail to see how that has any relevance to my current situation. Okay, I'm not old enough to vote yet. Talk to Ileana. I didn't actually want to talk to you about anything. I'm pretty sure that I don't. Please don't call me that anymore. I'm not 5. Dad. Oh, who told you? Was it Ileana? Monkeys? What? What do you want? I have no idea. I don't know. I get that. You know, in the New Mutants comic book, there's a character called Ileana. Do you know what she is? She's an evil witch raised by demons, Dad. I'm aware of them. It's not like I actually read them on a consistent basis. Who says that? Are you like the king or something? This is so not fair. Here. And that is the end of the two-person scene. So, I'm curious, what did you come up with? What lines really threw you off? What was something that you didn't expect at all? I would love to hear the stories that you came up with in the comments and the most surprising moments, so please share them. I'd love to hear them. If you don't have a lot of plays or books with dialogue sitting around, you can look online and find a lot of places that have pieces or entire scripts for you to read. Some of these places will give you a piece of the script, and then if you like it, you can buy the whole thing. Those sites are awesome resources if you want to look for a monologue, for auditioning, or if you want to work on something in an acting class and you want to find a scene, or if you just want to read more plays and know what's out there. There are a lot of plays out there that do a lot of different things, and if you get a chance, I always suggest read more plays. Anyway, that is it for this episode of Let's Be Creative. You can come back next Tuesday at 3:30, and you'll see another episode from somebody else on some other topic, and we will see you then.